Good morning, my loves. I am just streaming this to Facebook and Instagram. So as you're here, please say hello. All right, we are live in both places. So I'm doing part two. Yesterday, I talked about the top 10 human regrets. And if you haven't checked that out, please do just scroll down in the feed and you'll be able to tune into that. And if those of you who have watched, you'll see that I go through a list, but I don't just like read it off, right? I have some things that come through and I channel through, and I just feel very strongly to share with you. I'm sharing with you personal stories of examples of each of these points. So today, I am going to share with you, now you know the top 10 human regrets. Don't want that for you. I'm sure you don't want that for yourself too. And if you do, perhaps you need to explore a little bit why that is, okay? Because at the end of the day, we're talking about actually at the end of our life. At the end of our life, we are reflecting on who we are, what we have created here in our lifetime. Okay, and of course, I'm here to remind you, my superpower is to remind you of your powers, of your superpowers, of your gifts, of getting out of your own way and showing up unapologetically, authentically, and creating the life that you deeply desire, the business, the career that you deeply desire, the health, the body, the relationships that you deeply, deeply desire, because we all desire something greater, and you are worthy of it. But so many of us tolerate less than that. We tolerate mediocrity. And let me tell you, Spirit, God, universe, whoever that is for you, did not have you be put on this earth to live a mediocre life. And I want you to take that seriously. Reflect on your life. And I know that some of you right now are going, it's not that bad. There's nothing to complain about. Why is that even the response? Why is the word complain even the response? That shouldn't even be in there, okay? My intention, my wish for you is to be so deep in your heart space that you live each day with passion, with alignment to how you truly want your life to be unfolding and emerging and expanding. Okay, vibrancy. Many people ask, you make it look so easy, Roz. You make it look so easy to live your life. You're always so happy. No, you guys, I'm not always so happy. Trust me. Okay? Because here's the thing about alignment. Because this word does get overused so much. And I truly believe that so many people don't actually know what alignment means. Alignment is when you are living out your true passion, which is aligned, which is related to your purpose. If you don't know what your purpose is, follow your passion. You will find your purpose there. What's that thing that lights you up? Okay, and oftentimes, you've heard me say this a couple times this week, it's in the chaos. It's not a bad thing to be in the chaos. It doesn't feel good, but it is in the chaos where we grow, where it's an opportunity to grow. Okay, we can either repeat our karmic patterns, or we can be that observer and not judge ourselves and stay curious and go, this is up again for me. This is that same pattern, and typically this is how I show up in this pattern. Is that serving and supporting you? It may or may not be. Okay. And so it's really looking at how do I really want to show up? And often that's not going to be the easy path. Alignment isn't the easy path. Okay. Being a master of your own life, of your own happiness, because it's a choice, of your own fulfillment, means you often need to make the hard and scary decisions and then take aligned action. And so today I'm going to continue talking about so like we now know the top 10 human regrets. If you haven't seen that, go and check it out. It's on my feed. Okay. It's the last live you would see on my feed before this one here. And today we're going to move into what is that mindset to shift into instead so that you can master your life. You can live a soul-led, aligned life, okay, and live that joy each and every present moment. It's how you feel also when nobody's watching. It's how you show up in your life when nobody's watching. That's really important, okay? And this, as it was yesterday, still from the same book. If you haven't read it, I would so highly recommend it. The Leader Who Had No Title. Okay, so here we go. So number one, you reach your end full of happiness, your end of life, by the way, full of happiness and fulfillment on realizing that you are all used up, having spent the fullness of your talents, the biggest of your resources, the best of your potential, doing great work and leading a rare air life. Are you currently doing that right now? And no judgment, okay? So just do not judge yourself. Have yourself reflect on, am I doing that thing that I've been called up within my heart, within my soul to do? Or am I playing small? Am I hiding? Check in with yourself. At the end of your life, right? There's nothing like facing death. Like those of you who are have recently, unfortunately, I've noticed like there's been a lot of grief that's been coming up, particularly people's parents, okay, or illness that could be terminal. There's nothing like something hitting close to home, that's death, that will wake us up. And you don't have to wait till that. I'm here to remind you, wake up now. Okay, number two is you reach your end knowing that you played at a standard of concentrated excellence and held yourself to the most impeccable of standards in each thing that you did. So where do you rate yourself right now on that? On a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, again, don't judge yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you're not where you want to be. Just notice, observe, evaluate. So many of us don't evaluate ourselves in our lives. We don't review, even celebrating our wins. Okay? Number 3, you reach your end in noisy celebration for having the boldness of spirit to have regularly confronted your largest fears and realize your highest visions. Yesterday, I won't go into the story again so you can watch it, but yesterday it talks about doing the thing that scared the shit out of me, okay? Which is taking the leap of faith from having a very successful psychological practice and taking the leap of faith into starting all over again as a coach. Having to strip all and work through all my ego and inner critic, all that stuff. And the what if I fail? Okay. So if you haven't watched that, go and check that out because there's some hopeful, I know there will be some activations for many of you who need to hear some of those messages there. All right. What's your highest vision right now? And are you on the path? Are you taking action? Do you have clarity about how to get there? And if you don't, this girl's gotcha. Okay? PM me. Let's see how we can work together. But what breaks my heart is when somebody dies with their dream inside themselves. If the dream is in you, it is for you. If it's in you, it's for you. It's not a stupid idea. Do not minimize it. Feel into the possibilities. And you need to surround yourself with people who are like, that is an incredible idea. Yes, go and do that thing. Surround yourself with community who get you, who encourage you, who inspire you. Again, my community also is one of those, okay? So, you are the reflection of the 5 people you hang out with the most. I said this yesterday. Are you hanging out with the people who are believing in your dreams, who don't think you're crazy? Okay, our dreams are big and they should be. They should be. They should seem so, to our ego, scary and exciting. If you don't feel scared, you're not going big enough. It's often what I say. Because you're stretching yourself outside your comfort zone. You're dreaming bigger. You're giving yourself permission. Give yourself permission to dream. Remember when we were little kids, or even if you're a parent and you have young kids, or your kids when they were young, watch how creative and imaginative they are. They don't have ego. They're not like, you can't do that. They're like, yeah, and they're building up on each other. Yeah, right? So incredible. So incredible. All right. You reach your end and recognize that you become a person who built people up versus one who tore people down. I think I just talked about that. Here's the other thing. If you're searching for advice, don't ask the people who've never done it before. They don't know. They're going to give you an answer based on no knowledge, no experience. Okay? Ask the people who are where you want to be. They will be able to give you perspective with the foundational experience. That's so important. So be aware of who you are asking and talking to when it comes to your dreams. Number 5, you reach your end with the understanding that while your journey may not have always been a smooth one, whenever you got knocked down, you instantly got back up and at all times never suffered from any loss of optimism. Now, I'm going to say, have there been times where I personally have been feeling defeated if something didn't go my way? Yeah, of course. I'm human, of course. And that's normal, okay? So just so you know, it's not like, we're all like, yes, oh, that's fine that happened. Okay, let's just keep going. No, that's not being real, okay? So we do feel the feels, honor the feelings, and what's really important, having an optimistic mindset means you don't give up, you persevere. You believe in your dream and you're going to find everything that you can do to really move into that. Okay? So persevere. That's optimism. Number 6, you reach your end and bask in the staggering glory of your phenomenal achievements along with the rich value you have contributed to the lives of the people you were lucky to serve. Feel into all the people that you create impacts with right now, in your relationships, in your career, and the ripple effects that happen. The ripple effects that happen and that you never know whose lives you touch. Right? When you work directly with somebody or when you're in relationship directly with somebody and you have those authentic, meaningful talks, people leave feeling inspired. They leave feeling inspired. And that's what you want to be, is like this generator. Through your heart, through your soul, when you're standing in your power and you're sharing things authentically, you're being in relationship authentically, that's how the ripple effects begin. And that starts with inside you. That starts with you first, your relationship with you first. That's the most important relationship aside the one with higher power, and connecting with here first. Because if you don't take care of what's in here and what's in here, it's going to be projected and it's going to come out as in, like often, blind spots. And it's going to create undesired results. And if that happens, that's okay. Take that as a learning lesson. Be like, oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, now I get to learn from this. So in some ways, get excited about the mistakes you made. Get excited. Stay curious. Have an experimental attitude. Number 7, you reach your end and adore the strong, ethical, inspirational, and empathetic person you grew into. Number 8, you reach your end and realize that you were a genuine innovator who blazed new trails instead of following old roads. Whoa, are you showing up with new ideas? Or, like, gone are the days of like, hey, here's the template and follow this. We aren't meant, some of us are rule followers and we operate really well that way. Awesome. Like, know what works for you, but still, even if you're a rule follower, you're going to do things your way, infuse in that. You know your boundaries and you infuse your own stuff in that, right? Your own self and values. So being an innovator, as I recently really reflected on, is not creating something completely new, although it could be. But the kind of innovator I am is I am a trailblazer and I love to go, oh, you know what? I want to take this and I take this learning and I'm going to take this learning and then move it into the alchemy of all of this and then I'll put something out in the world. Okay, and I know that it's possible for you too. Whatever is lighting you up, whatever is resonating with you, you take that into your mix with the alchemy of your strengths, your passions. Like, we are all snowflakes. There's not one that's alike. And that's your magic. Number 9, you reach your end surrounded with teammates who call you a rock star, customers who say you're a hero, and loved ones who call you a legend. Again, this goes to being in service, serving with your heart in whatever way that looks. Number 10, finally, you reach your end as a true leader without a title, knowing that the great deeds you did will endure long after your death and that your life stands as a model of possibility. I think a beautiful example is those of us who are parents. You can see your children and how they show up and the influence you have on your kids, right? And it really starts with a relationship. I remember when I was a marriage and family therapist, one of the formulas was rules minus relationship, parent and child relationship, equals rebellion. Rules plus relationship equals influence. So again, it starts with here, your relationship with yourself, so you're not projecting your shit onto your kids. Okay, how many of us do that? Sometimes I'm guilty, so then I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm gonna take accountability for that child. I was not on you, okay? And think about if you're not a parent, but you have relationships, you have friendships, how are you influencing those people with who you are, with your energy? Are you uplifting people? Are you staying curious? Are you staying interested? Are you cheering them on? How do you make people feel? What are people saying about you? And I know I'm all like, who the F cares? You're not for everybody. But the people that you truly align with, that you respect, how is it that you're earning their respect? So these are things to really deeply think about, to move into. And my wish for you is to stop living on autopilot. Stop playing small. Stop year after year having the same things. Satisfaction is an interesting thing. So I think there's two sides of satisfaction, two sides of coin. Number one, satisfaction can also equal complacency. Then we never grow if we're satisfied. I think it's important to be satisfied, though. Let me make that clear, okay? To take in, to feel the satisfaction things, to savor, embody, and then move into growth, move into developing yourself, developing your business, developing your health, but like whatever that next level version of you is, because there's always another next level version. Developing your relationships. What is your word for 2022? Who will you become in a year from now? And those of you who are in soul-led businesses, what will your business become because you have shifted yourself? So if you're resonating with this, I really, really invite you to really feel into the vision. I'm really excited to share with you. I'd love to support you in whatever way that looks like. I've got a couple different offerings. My next level version of me and next level version of Rosalind Fung Coaching Bold Sexy Warrior is my Soul Ascension Catalyst Container, business catalyst container, where you are going to be soul activated. There's going to be karmic clearings, lots of mindset work, and of course, the strategies to help you build that deeper foundation of your business and build it out so that you are moving into the next income bracket, okay? And I'm going to say money is important. If you're in business, yes, it is important, but do not make it about the money. Don't lead with the money. Lead with your passion, lead with your heart. Because as you show up courageously, boldly, fiercely, authentically, that's how you become magnetizing. That's how you magnetize your soul tribe, your soulmate clients. This is not about chasing, okay? So it's really about showing up. And then, of course, there's strategies that I will show you and how to beautifully, beautifully create the dream business within your lifestyle. So I deeply care about my clients' results, and I want to make sure that this is an aligned fit for my clients who are coming into this container. So it's by application only. So if you're feeling called to find out more information, DM me Soul Ascension, and I'll send you more information. Thank you, my loves. Let me know what resonated with you today. Let me know what you're creating for 2022. Who are you becoming? Thanks for tuning in.